Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Aniz with part 16 of What If Naruto Was a Saiyan and Neglected. So guys, we last left off on Naruto and his group, which were now called the Outcasts, taking out the Jinchuriki for the Akatsuki. After that, Naruto had finally taken care of his girlfriend's needs. So let's get started. We now go to the Leaf Village where we see Minato and Jiraiya speaking. So how was their training, Jiraiya? Minato says. It was all good, and I'm proud to say that Project P was a success. They have successfully activated the Rinnegan and the switch between the Sharingan and the Bakugan. They have every bloodline that the Leavers had and a few from Cloud, Mist and Rock that we managed to get. I believe that not even the deserter Naruto can match up to him now. It's all thanks to you executing Danzo that we were able to get more Sharingan DNA, so we could give all of our forces to Sharingan, Jiraiya says. Good, soon the Leaf shall rule above all, and I shall be the first emperor of the world, as the new prophecy dictates. And also we won't need those dirty uchihas anymore, Minato says. Yes, and you'll give me a harem like we agreed. You know, Tsunade, Kurenai and that Hyuga girl Hanabi, that was developing quite nicely. Too bad Naruto left her, now she's an easy catch, with no one defending her. I mean, the Hyuga-kan pretty much tried to sell her to a noble if I didn't add her to my harem, and Hisashi never accepted, but now that he did, she's mine, Jiraiya says. Let me guess, Jiraiya, you haven't told her yet, Minato says. No, but soon I will. I mean, who's gonna protect her? Nobody, everybody hates her. And the only reason I'm taking her is because she has a nice body, Jiraiya. Suddenly a boom was heard as Minato and Jiraiya, flying Thunder God out of there, towards Krishna and Tsunade and the Jinchuriki twins, who were out of the village at the Valley of End training. But Menma was knocked out, as they run back to see the village destroyed, with a orange-haired man hovering above it. He has the Rinnegan as well, Jiraiya says. Hey, how dare you destroy our village? Mito yells, as her brother was unconscious from the Shinra Tensei and his body was still adapting to Project P, unlike hers, who adapted quickly because she was more of a Uzumaki than him. She got more Uzumaki cells from Krishna than Namikaze cells from Minato. I am Pain of the Akatsuki, Nine Tails, and I have come for you, he says. You think you're special? You're supposed to have the Rinnegan? Well, I'm more special, she says, switching between the Rinnegan, the Mangekyo Sharingan and the Bakugan. Well, I'm God, Pain yells, as he and his 6 paths appear. Mito activates her Rinnegan and uses the Nine-Tailed Chakra. Due to this, she spams Shinra Tensei's at the Sage of 6 paths because her Nine-Tailed Chakra allowed it to bypass the 5-second limit. How can you spam it? Pain asks, as Mito just uses Sage Chakra to locate his real body before killing the main path of Pain. Using her Mangekyo Sharingan's teleport ability, she managed to get in front of Pain. She then sensed a few paper kunai coming at her, as she quickly switched to Rinnegan, used the Shinra Tensei, as then she used Almighty Pull, pulling Conan towards her and grabbing her neck. So Pain, you thought you could destroy my village and not lose something? Well, guess what, you're going to lose your life, but first I'm going to take away your girlfriend's life here, Mito says, snapping Conan's neck. How dare you hurt my friend, Pain yelled, as he sent a Shinra Tensei at Mito, who used her own Shinra Tensei to counter, and then did some hand signs. Woodstyle, deep forest emergency, he yelled, as the trees started to grow through Pain's body, killing him. She then quickly found herself restrained as the white Zetsu had latched onto her when she wasn't looking. What are you? She yelled. Just someone who doesn't want you interfering with our plan and destroying those eyes, the white Zetsu says, as the black Zetsu comes out of nowhere and takes the Rinnegan from Pain's body and disappears. We now see Mito returning to Leaf, where she was met with the surviving forces of 20 Jonin, 30 Chunin and 100 Genin. But the 100 Genin did not include the rookies who all survived, as Minato then came up and made a speech. People of the Leaf, unfortunately we have gained a huge loss for our village today. Our village was attacked by Akatsuki and their leader, who had the legendary Rinnegan, trying to catch my children to get the last of the Buju they need to do whatever sick plan they want to. But do not fear, as my daughter has easily dispatched off the Pains, and she and my son also has the Rinnegan. But my fellow Leaf Shinobis, we won't take this loss to heart. We will stand together and fight these terrorists. Now tell me, will you avenge your families? Will you fight with me to protect the world and to protect our village? Minato says. Yes, we will, they all screamed. Good, from now on, you will all take a special serum called Project S, which will give you the Mangekyo Sharingan and the Wood Style. This serum is the weaker version that was used on my children, that gave them their bloodlines, which were all of the bloodlines that we had, and some from the cloud and the other villages. But the reason being I haven't given you Project P is because first of all we don't have that much samples for it, and second of all it is not safe for a non-Uzumaki. But with this new power and with the Mangekyo Sharingan itself, which is said to be able to control the Nine Tails, we shall become the strongest village and we shall avenge our villagers, Minato says, as everyone starts cheering and Toei Chunin comes running in. What is it? Minato says. The Akatsuki, we just got word that they've captured all of the other Jinchurikis thanks to this group called the Outcasts. So the Kage have called for a summit and you invited Lord Hokage. Very well. Jiraiya and Tsunade shall accompany me while Krishna will be the Hokage while I'm gone, Minato says. We now go to the point of view of the Akatsuki. Obito, pain have fallen. I brought back the Rinnegan, Zetsu says. So Jiraiya and Minato's Project P was a success. Do you think those brats possess the Rinnegan? Those idiots don't deserve it. Even that little bastard Naruto deserves it. But I'm surprised that the project even worked. But don't worry, that's nothing compared to the project I have Kabuto working on right now. Project NC integration. And it's said to have been successful by Kabuto. He's just waiting for the cells to just fully mix with Obito says. So NC was a success. Damn, that could throw a wench into Naruto-sama's plans. I have to warn him, Zetsu says. Okay Zetsu, I'm gonna head over to the Kage meeting. Be sure to have the white Zetsu ready so we can summon Project NC's host, Obito says. We now go to the Kage meeting, which goes to canon as Obito appears. After that, Obito explains why he does what he does, like the Eye of the Moon plan and everything. So Minato, give up the Nine Tails Jinchuriki and we will have peace, Obito says. Shut it, you terrorists. My children will defeat you and I won't let you use them as some sort of plan for fake peace, Minato says. Very well, if you oppose me, then I declare the 4th Shinobi War, Obito says. The war begins, as the war is quite one-sided due to the fact Leaf Shinobi all possessing the Mangekyo Sharingan, which were 150 people having a Mangekyo Sharingan, and the Jinchurikis having the Rinnegan. We currently see Mito and her brother soloing the remaining Akatsuki members, which included Itachi Kisame, the Zombie Brothers, the Deidara, and Sasori, as the rest of them were taken out by the Leaf Shinobi, aka the Zetsu clones were easily taken out by the Leaf Shinobi. Leaf was by far the strongest of the villages due to Project S. Obito was currently angry, no, he was fuming. Kabuto, is he ready to be deployed? We are losing here and I'm being made a joke of, Obito says. Just a few more minutes and Naruto and that person's that he fought with, the one that looks like him, the one who he called brother, Cell will be fully stabilized, Kabuto says. Good, it's good that you decided to join us 3 years ago and ditch that master of yours Orochimaru, or else the cells wouldn't have fully stabilized on time for Sensei to be revived with his new powers, Obito says. Yes, we are quite lucky, Kabuto says. Meanwhile, with Black Zetsu, we see Black Zetsu at the Outcast's hideout as he was speaking to Naruto. Naruto-sama, we have a problem. Kabuto has managed to get his hands on your cells and has implanted them into Madra's dead body. They plan to use him to end this war and get the Jinchurikis, but that will also mean that Madra will be too strong for Kaguya to use as a vessel, Zetsu says. It's okay Zetsu, no matter what happens, Madra will still be a fake Saiyan. I'll take care of him. He's no threat to my plan, he's too weak. In fact, let's see what the so-called legendary Uchiha can do against me if he has a bit of my cells, Naruto says. If you say so, Naruto-sama, but don't get too cocky. There have been many people's downfall, Zetsu says. I'll keep that in mind. Now alert me when Madra has captured the 10 Tails and become its Jinchuriki. I will take care of him after he gets his full power, Naruto says. Very well, Zetsu says, leaving to go to Obito's side. The allied shinobi forces were winning when suddenly a green beam came towards them and it exploded, killing a lot of Leaf Shinobis, as the light then revealed itself to be Madara Uchiha himself with green aura and Broly style of armor. I've heard that you lot are strong. Let's dance, Madara says as he rushes towards the remaining Leaf Shinobi who were wielding the Mangekyo Sharingan, as he surrounded his body in the ki and started to destroy them all. One shinobi used a wind style at Madara at point blank range, but Madra's ki made it so he wasn't phased at all. as Madara grabbed him and threw him at the rest of the Leaf Shinobis and unleashed a ki blast, killing the Leaf. Suddenly, the rest of the villagers attack Madara as he easily beats them like he did in canon, but this time even more easier as he had ki. Incredible, this power I've gained through Obito's little experiment is unimaginable. The boy's power, the boy who possesses these cells, is definitely the most powerfulest being in this universe itself, Madara says, unknowingly complimenting Naruto. Madara then flies as he locates Mito and Memma as he flies straight towards them, crashing to the ground in a green beam, injuring the rookies who were there to protect Madara. Even Sasuke was there to protect Memma and Mito as they rejoined the village after killing Orochimaru. "Surrender, Madara, you're not the only one with the Rinnegan," Memma says arrogantly. "Yeah, Madara, 2 Rinnegan users against 1. Just end this war so I can find my Oni-chan and force him to stay with me," Madara says. "You may have the Rinnegan, but I have something much better and have way more experience than you at using it," Madara says as he launches a ki blast, injuring them heavily. "How do you have Oni-chan's power? That power should only belong to me and my Oni-chan," Mito says enraged as Naruto's chakra starts forming around her. "It seems that when I was revived, my summoner fused someone's cells into me, which I presume is your brother's. I awakened with so much power. However, this power is mentally and physically straining. I can't believe that a mortal exists with this kind of power," Madara says. Madara then rushes towards Mito, who uses Shinra Tensei to try and push him back, with Memma helping. But Madara's ki barrier allows him to penetrate through the Shinra Tensei, getting close to Mito as he kicked her into a tree, injuring her greatly. As then with great speed he appears before Memma, kneeing him in the gut before punching him in the nose. Memma then uses his Nine-Tails chakra and Sharingan ability to restrict Madara's movement, but Madara's ki protected him from the Sharingan ability as he appeared behind Memma, knocking him out before flying to the base after grabbing him. Mito was barely conscious as she saw Madara take a brother. She knew that he was either going to be dead or near death, so she quickly summoned the King of Hell, which ate her and spit her out, healing her. "He was so strong. Because of Oni-chan cells, I can't beat him. Nobody can," Mito says, as she starts to tear up before Krishna finds her and she explains what happened. With a Katsuki, Obito had summoned the 10-tailed husk as he had sealed the 9 tails in there. As he was about to become its Jinchuriki, Zetsu latched onto him, using Rinne Rebirth on Madara, as Madara pulled out Obito's eyes and put it in his, as he then became the 10-tailed Jinchuriki. After that, Madara had found the divine tree and absorbed it. Mito and the rookies had gotten to the base right after Madara had left, where they saw a near-death Memma. Mito had given him some Nine-Tails chakra and summoned the King of Hell, using it to heal Memma. Memma had lost his Project P powers, and he lost his Nine-Tails chakra, as he was now completely weak and useless for this war, as he didn't have a Sage mode because he never trained. He was, unlike Mito, arrogant when he got his powers when he had first unlocked the Rinnegan, that he never even waited for it to fully bond with his cells. We now go to the outcast point of view. Naruto-sama, Madara finally became the 10-tails Jinchuriki as you predicted. Your cells have made him too strong for Kaguya to use as a vessel. We need to weaken him, Zetsu says. "So Zetsu, Madara's finally become the 10-tails Jinchuriki. Well, I guess it's time for me to show this fake and this world their places in this universe," Naruto says as he then began to flare up his power. But guys, that's all for today. Peace. But guys, that's all for today. Peace.